Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I recently have hit my 1 year anniversary with Smithing Master. So I've had this account for just over a year. It's been like a year and 1 week. And I want to go ahead and go over all of the progress that I've made. Kind of where I'm at in the game, so you guys can see what 1 year of progress kind of looks like. I've got my forge going to level 39 right now. We're almost at 40, where I can unlock this nice new visual. So we're getting pretty close to that. And as for our equipment, everything that's increasing my ER stat, you can see I'm 387%. A little bit of that is from this title here, getting 4%, so realistically I'm at 383. And yeah, so our artifact is looking like this. We got 25, 27.5, and a 20% for the purify stats. Level 39 magic infusion. It would be higher, but I have put some of those materials into a couple of artifacts that I'm using. So +9 here for my lifesteal artifact that I'm working on, which I'll be showing you guys later. And then my CMB build, which I'll also show off a little later. Which has a level 19 infusion. I probably shouldn't have put infusion into this. It was kind of a waste. Really, everything should have gone into my main artifact. But I did, and this is what I have now, so no worries. My main artifact also has, I think it's a +5 or 6, tier 6. So I'm not quite at 8 yet. Some other players that are on my server, so we have about the same amount of progress, don't quite have the 6th tier yet, which is kind of sad, so I guess I'm a little lucky in that regard. This is a little higher than I guess most players would get. Unfortunately, I'm not quite so lucky in other aspects, but it's all good. So these are the secret stones that I'm working on right now. Got 155 stars. I have not unlocked the honeycomb or the forest miasma, unfortunately. And then I've got 24, 19. Just some nice boosts to my base stats. Nothing too crazy there. My Gemini, my red Gemini here, I got it to 6 stars not too long ago. And I've kind of slowed down on the progress because 7-star requires quite a lot of resources here. But I'm pretty happy with 6 stars right now, level 184. Still stuck on an A polish, which, you know, not really much you can do about that, unfortunately. Polishing Zodiacs is kind of a pain in the butt, so I just prefer not to think about it. A rating is good, and the chances of getting anything higher, there's no guarantee we'll ever get anything higher, really, so it's better to just not worry about it too much. I put in polish whenever I get any, but it's not a big deal. Rocking with lifesteal, HP, and AB res. Probably could get a little better roll. Maybe swap out the AB res for something like, I don't know, attack or something a little more useful. Something to help with PvE a little bit, because ER is really underpowered in PvE. So yeah, that's my Zodiac. Sacred Relics. I'm doing okay. I just pretty much got, I just did get my last red relic here, which was the skull. Got some nice stars on them. Got a 6-star wooden totem. We're rocking here with some CTA res. Lifesteal is always good for you, and some damage reduction. Couple of nice sigils there. Not really much more to show. Just working on upgrading these, getting the resonance all to equal levels, which they aren't right now, but I'll focus on getting these resonance levels to +10. Just keep it all nice and even. It's always good practice, kind of the same as upgrading, or rather enhancing your equipment. For the treasure, all of the orbs that I'm using are red. +7, I got a +6 on the Anemo, nothing too crazy. Some nice resistance stats from that, which is good. Gem collection, I'm almost full red. So right now I'm rocking with attack, speed, defense. Probably could optimize this a little bit more, but I'm really not too worried about it. Fully just unlocked my 4th red gem, which is pretty cool. And now I'm not too worried about expanding my collection really as much as getting these orbs upgraded. I decided to reset all 4 of these first orbs all the way back down to level 1 so that I could expand my collection. Now working on leveling those orbs back up. I'm also rocking with a little bit of AB for some extra damage. AB res, which I'm going to be swapping out here for HP and block. I think that'll be a little bit stronger for an ER build than just whatever resistance I was able to get. It's nothing too crazy. I could probably optimize this, maybe go with CMB res. Kind of hard focus that. The thing is, if you go all in on CMB res, you're going to really struggle against CTA. You know, if you go all in on ER res, then you struggle against lifesteal res. So I think it's honestly not a bad idea to just kind of do an even spread like this. These are the main stats that I kind of struggle against, so that works out just fine for me. I've got my key to level 90. I'm going to go all the way to level 100 with it, and then I'm going to start focusing the Astrolabe. And if my Astrolabe ever gets to 100, then I can start focusing on the pickaxe here, but it's definitely going to take a very long time. All right, for my pets, I did just completely delete my Flamehorn so that I could guarantee this SSS pet with shards. So I got myself a nice Margaret and Flora, both for good damage. And then eventually I will probably swap out my Ursine for, you know, maybe another SSS pet if I can get one. And if not, I might honestly just swap them out for another Flora or a Comey just to go Glass Cannon pets, do as much damage as possible. Because my character is pretty tanky. And now that I have quite a bit of damage, I don't really need to tank as much because I can wipe opponents a lot quicker. Yeah, it's not bad. It's nice to have. I can run Ursine in the back line to kind of counter in PvP opponents that have Flamehorn. So I got rid of all of my enchantment that I had in Ursine. I don't really need it. Put it all into my damage. Really need to get that damage up as an E build. And yeah, for wings, this is what my Purify looks like. Most of it has gone into CMB, and now I'm working up my ER res. After that, I probably will go into CTA because that's what I've been struggling a lot with recently in PvE. Yeah, so pretty decent stats here, and eventually I'll be getting that CMB res up again, maybe shoot for 25 or 30, and then start focusing these ones. That's kind of how my cycle has been going. Wings at level 196, pretty good. And then for companions, I've only unlocked one red companion, but that's completely fine because I got this neutral faction companion skill, which is pretty strong. Definitely helps out a lot in battle, and it's better than nothing because it is RNG whether you're going to be able to get these red companions or not. So yeah, it works out pretty good. Cyrus has been pretty much my main focus for the ER, 23.5%. Got him start up pretty nicely. All right, for my Evergreen Courtyard, I've kind of slowed down on the statue here. Getting those 60 sparks, 72,000 guild medals is kind of ridiculous. So I've kind of slowed down a little bit on this. I haven't really invested any resources into the tree. I have them leveled up pretty good just from the new team arena, giving me the due to upgrade these, but I haven't been purchasing any of the due. I probably could. Increases to my pets would be really nice, honestly, especially now that I'm not working on my statue. I could put resources into it, increase these pet slots to do more damage, but it just hasn't really been a focus for me at the moment and up till now. All right, so I guess that's pretty much everything. That's what my progress looks like. It has been definitely slow, but definitely very steady. And it is pretty nice to look back and see, you know, how much progress I have made because it's so slow and every single day you log in, you're doing the same thing. You don't really see much change. But when I look back, especially at old videos, and I see where I was at that point, what my stats looked like, my base stats, I really have increased a lot over time. And, you know, I don't want to say one of the strongest players in my server, but I mean, being top 5 in Taboo Tower as a build is pretty nice. Free to play, and I don't do too bad in the arena. Not terrible. I do get beat down quite a bit when I push into these higher ranks because, you know, when you're top 5, top 3, you don't really have a whole lot of good choices for attacking. So when I push pretty high, I tend to get beat down a lot, which is totally cool, and, you know, that's how it goes. I'm sure that I bully a lot of these players quite a bit, but especially in a server where we only have about 25 active players. Pretty much every active player is in this guild. You don't really have a whole lot of options for players to attack. So, but yeah, Pinnacle not doing too great after the server merge, which is too bad, but we're working our way up. My server was one of the later servers to release. I think I'm on 349, so basically the second to last server in the division, and a merge didn't really help at all with that either, so kind of a shame. But what you guys got to remember is that it's really all about your grind, and it doesn't really matter what everybody else is at. As long as you are grinding for you, you're doing good. You know, I'm happy with the progress I've made. I've got good pets. I finally have my SSS pet. I've got a nice 6-star red Gemini. I mean, I can't really complain at all about where I'm at or my ranking in the Pinnacle arena, considering that, you know, I was one of the last players really to start playing in this division. So that's about what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the content. Do something a little different today, and I'm glad to have this for the records so that I can come back maybe in another year and see where we're at. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.